Hi, my name is Roselia Morty, and my daughter Maria has done my makeup and my hair, and she's going to film me making stuffed mushrooms with Philadelphia cream cheese and Kraft products. Welcome to my kitchen. This is Roselia's kitchen, and in it we are making stuffed mushrooms. So we're going to make a big pot, and then I'm going to separate it for my stuffed mushrooms. Alright, now it's a pretty simple recipe. It's a couple of different layers, very tasty. What we're going to do first is we are going to cut up our celery, garlic, and mushroom stems. Mushrooms, first you wash them good, rinse them, let them sit a while, re-rinse them. I remove the stems inside gently so I don't crack the mushrooms. We can stuff them later on. And I use the insides for part of my stuffing. This way you don't. I don't know about your kids. My kids don't really like to see things green, and they don't like to see garlic. So I'm actually gonna mince my garlic with a mincer. But the celery needs to be a little crunchy because it's gonna just cook down anyway. Now, really fine. And mix it together with some of the garlic. We use about 5 pieces of garlic. A couple pieces of garlic. Alright, so when you chop, you really want to get it really fine. You want to make it almost one blended ingredient. Do this all together. Okay, so this part is done. You want to take about 2 pounds of chopped meat and use about 85% lean because you don't want a lot of fat in this. It's going to be stuffing a mushroom, and it's only going to be a little bit in there, and the oil will be enough. So you take, now your oil is nice and hot. Keep it on like a medium, not too high. And you want to throw in your seasoning, your celery, mushroom, and garlic. Spoon available. So as soon as you start smelling that, you throw the meat right in there. That's 2 pounds. And you want to make sure the meat is nicely ground up, and the mushrooms. And I have another layer is the meat. You want to make sure your meat is seasoned, and this layer is seasoned. So we're going to put the seasonings in. And I told you I'm going to add a little extra garlic. I'm going to press 2 more. And we also want to add a little red pepper. Now the good thing about this recipe is because you put the Philadelphia cream cheese, and it's so creamy and so delicious, that if you add too much red pepper, it's almost forgiving because the cream cheese can actually reduce that little bit of spiciness. But be careful because you can always add more at the end. But you definitely want to add some at this level. Very important. Okay, so you want a whole teaspoon, make it a little bit more of the hot pepper. Once you need it to just cook this one. So I'm going to put a half teaspoon now, and I'm going to taste it. Make sure we need it. Okay? And you want to get that bottom straight. It's going to lower the heat. It's a non-stick pan. You want to make sure you're not. You want to brown the meat nice and good, and marry those flavors. Get them together. Okay, I want to get my garlic presser and press it down, over. This will be a nice evenness. I find when you cut things differently, they seem to change the taste a little bit. You taste the garlic a little stronger, get a little more of the juices when you press them in. But I like the fact that I had the finely chopped garlic in there and kind of get that caramelized taste with the oil fried up at first. So the meat is slightly pink. I'm going to just let it cook a couple more minutes, a little higher. And I'm going to get my jar sauce. My parents are from Sicily, born and raised there, and every year we'll get together and we have a party making homemade tomato sauce, and it's delicious. So I'm going to use that, but you can certainly use a regular can of sauce, and just make sure it's blended fine. Okay, this meat looks like it's nice and brown, smells delicious. It's ready to go. And then add it to your recipe. It's right behind me. I'll be right back. Okay, here's my sauce. Thanks to Grandma Maria. It's good. All right, I'm going to add jar sauce. And this sauce cooks very quickly. So this is like a 20-minute, but you can even cook this in 20 minutes with a regular canned sauce that you puree. You just have to add less water. See, it looks like regular meat sauce at this point. A little different, very tasty, and a great stuffing. It is also great on pasta, especially when you add the cream cheese, because it just changes the whole consistency. It kind of brings the celery and the nutmeg and the sauce and the meat all together. It's the cream cheese that makes this recipe. Otherwise, it would be kind of like an odd kind of meat sauce. Now, my parmesan cheese. And I add about 2 tablespoons of this. I like things a little cheesy. Now what I'm going to do is cover this for about 20 minutes. And, or you can leave the lid off, but you're going to let it cook down, and you're going to put it down low. As soon as it's boiling, you want to cook it down low and let it just cook down, because this is going to be your stuffing. Okay, so let this cook about 20 minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, here you go. You got mushrooms all ready to go. Rock and roll. Okay, your oven on 350. I was just thinking, how did I think of this recipe? My children love cream cheese. We have it many times a week. It's a great lunch food. It's a great breakfast food. And I was trying to think of another thing to make them that they would like to eat. So I thought of one of their favorite ingredients, which is cream cheese. Okay. I am going to put this in slowly because it's very rich, it's very thick, it's almost its own thickener. Melt in here. So you add it slowly. You can reduce the heat if you want to. I am going to, because it's really boiling. The cream cheese makes it rich, also makes it thick. I'm just going to put the rest of this in here. It's creamy and rich and delicious looking. Two cups. The cheese is melted beautifully, the cream cheese, and it is all one recipe now. All right, I want to make sure you get that meat in there, because you're going to have a lot of meat, so it's really going to be stuffed in. Nice and thick. In fact, this spoon has holes in it and it's not going through so easily. Okay. I'm just going to cook a couple more minutes. A nice packet of Kraft mozzarella cheese to put on top of them. The 3 king recipe, 3 cheeses: mozzarella, parmesan, and Philadelphia cream cheese. Right, here we go. Look how beautiful they look. And this for 20 minutes in the oven. They'll be done. Put them in, and when they're almost close to being done, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of mozzarella cheese right on top of it, okay? This is really good Kraft Italian style mozzarella, and it is delicious. You know what? You put it back in the oven, it's almost melted on top of here because it's so creamy. Just need a little bit. You don't even need a lot. So if you have a little, it's just good for their diet. Okay. I know, I would try to find those foods that kids like and that are good for them to eat and continue on. And cheese is one of them. Okay, in 3 minutes I'll be done, honey. Okay, these are done. I am going to serve them up and give them to my children because they haven't waited to eat. I'm eating a lot of that mozzarella cheese, but she's still ready to eat her mushrooms. Smells delicious. They're a little bit cool now. My 2 children are here, my oldest and my youngest, Anthony and Maria. Maria's been doing a great job. Anthony's been very patient, waiting inside, and Joey, I'm a hockey mom, he's at hockey with his dad right now. But our dinner is ready, and I have extra for Joey and his dad when they come home. Here we go. Okay, little French now, we're bon appetit. You may eat. I have them with mozzarella and without the mozzarella, Anthony. Whichever you like.
Pick the cheesy one instead. Whoa.
Nice and juicy.
You don't think. That's good.
Good.
Thank you, Mom. Amazing. Amazing.
Well, thank you for coming into our home and watching our video. Our family all came together and put this together. We hope you enjoy our recipe, and we really hope to see you again. Thank you.